I know, I have not uploaded in almost a week. The summer sale was kicking my butt and completely wrecked my already terrible sleep schedule. But nonetheless, I am back again with another upload. Of which ironically enough, the summer sale is today's video topic, especially how terrible it was from how it started and how it will end. But for those who missed the sale, the summer sale this year on Polytoria ran from August 14th to August 23rd, releasing an item every single day at 2 p.m. UTC and 7 p.m. UTC. Before the sale had even started, surfboard back accessories would be given out to users who were members of Plus and Plus Deluxe during the sale. This brings us to the first part of the event, the non-collectible brand new item releases. They are alright at best, unfashionable at worst. These new releases had stayed in topic and thematically correct. Items like the Sunflower Straw Hat, Flamingo Floaty, Summer Face Paint and Thick Ponytail Hair series are standouts to me, but ultimately still underwhelming and forgettable items that feel more like filler, rather than anything huge for players that are not interested in collectibles. Even with this category consisting entirely of misses, we still got some bangers like the Chunky Seal Head and the Summer Parasol. Memorable? Not really, but they still look great regardless of that fact. Re-releases this year were decent at best and acceptable at worst, with an entire 11 items going back on sale. It's obvious what the real winners were. The Shark and Shrimp Tail. Perfect tails for any furries out there on the website, or even in my comments. I know what you are and that's okay, we all like to wear tails sometimes. But that's beside the point. Despite those 2S Plus tier items going back on sale, there actually are some items that are somewhat noteworthy, such as the Waterlogged and Summer Tornado Drills for 120 bricks each. Perfect, if you want to LARP as a Vocaloid fan or make some sort of off-color Tato cosplay. The Coral Tier Antlers had also came back during the sale, costing only 150 bricks when they were on sale. A good and cheap alternative if you couldn't afford the regular antlers or golden antler variant, and didn't mind the bright gradient colors of the coral version. You know what could have stayed off sale though? The water guns. Yes, they are correct thematically, but they just don't look as good. The slots could have gone to better items that should have gone on sale again instead of the water guns in my opinion. And with new and old items out of the way, we finally are at the best part of the summer sale. The collectibles. I really don't feel like this section needs any introduction. Collectibles function just like limiteds on the R site that shall not be named. Before I can talk about whether the actual collectibles themselves were any good, I need to go over just how terrible the buying experience was during the entire sale. The background footage of me buying various collectibles released during the sale looks normal, right? Well, for pretty much everyone else it was just terrible, even if you were like me and had fast hands, or you are like Dryden and get accused of botting. The Polytoria website would be down over half the time you went to actually catch the new collectible after it released, if you somehow didn't get hit with a 502 or 504 error and managed to even attempt purchasing the item. You would get hit with major buy lag when the purchase was processing, sometimes making you lose the item outright. This happened to one of my friends in the very last item of the sale and he is understandably upset over it. It started to brew a huge issue with the community behind the scenes. A new collectible releases with a stock cap instead of a timer, website crashes. New collectible with stock cap, website crashes. Rinse and repeat. Go with the Crystal Queen of Hearts. The website was practically inaccessible after the first 5 seconds of it going up. I had bought within the first 3 seconds of it going up, and should have gotten a single digit. But the website was chugging so hard that I got knocked to a number 34 serial. While that was happening, majority of users couldn't even get to the item page to even purchase it. The fact a server outage happened on the final day of the summer sale, and to this degree, quite frankly, didn't produce the greatest ending in the community's eyes, with many taking to the Polytoria Discord's general channel to flood it with anger after the Crystal Queen of Hearts had transitioned to collectible status, which is very understandable. What happened afterwards, I absolutely do not condone. Nor do I encourage viewers to do the same. There had been complaints of Dryden somehow always getting within the first 5 registered serials on a new collectible. Some say he bots them, some say that he doesn't bot. I personally reside in the camp that says he does not bot, mainly because I've managed to get serials under 10 or close to 10 myself purely by hand. However, the community thinks otherwise. As a short witch hunt campaign took place in the Polytoria community in both the website and Discord, going out of their way to harass and call for Dryden to be banned, accusing him of botting again while having zero proof of him actually botting outside of the fact that he is fast. It got to the point that slow mode was turned on, and mostly stopped, once Willem said he would investigate Dryden. If he actually is botting and I am wrong, I am willing to own it. But I don't agree with people throwing out accusations when they have zero evidence behind it. With the drama surrounding Dryden out of the way, I can finally get to the actual collectibles themselves. community sentiment says that they generally weren't that great, and I personally agree with that as well. However, for the dirt that was released this year, there were also a few gems. Like the Poisonous Demon, the third entry in the Poisonous Face series, borrowing the actual design from the starting out at 800 bricks before going limited with only 500 stock. We then had the Furious Big Noggin, which copies the R-Site's big head as well. This item in specific costed 3,500 studs and had an entire 12-hour timer behind it. It crashed the stud exchange to lows of 2 studs per brick. Most users couldn't afford to get it, and by the time the timer expired, only 512 copies of the non-game were created. I imagine most people just gave up on trying to get it in the first place, which is really the only thing that could explain such low sales on a timer limited. And of course, for our last good limited item of the sale, I can't forget the beloved Emo Horse, a 200 brick timer collectible that generated 1,247 sales before going limited. It was such a good hit that I had to make a video about it. Oh, that's really all there is to this summer sale, through the good and bad. Despite the bad items this year, I profited a ton from the sale. We can only hope that the Christmas sale and next year's summer sale is much better. You should tell me down in the comments if you liked the summer sale this year. I for one, am finally ready to be done with this video. I apologize again for the week-long drought of uploads. This took much longer than I wanted it to. With that, I do hope to see you all next time.